Hello students, hope all of you are fine. We are talking about learning to communicate, Oxford's learning to communicate. Yesterday we started our first section. The major topic is adventure and your chapter is learning how to communicate. As we discussed that in this major topic adventure, we'll be talking about few stories, few chapters. That's main theme is only the adventure. And you know that adventure is the word that is mixed with danger and excitement. Yesterday we defined the word adventure. Hope all of you remember the word adventure, because all 4 or 5 chapters are there under the topic adventure. It's the story or the chapter will be dealing with the issues of regarding adventure. So this chapter learn how to climb trees has also its basics, theme that will talk about nothing but the adventure. It's also an interesting story about a gunner and his friend. Actually, Kumar Singh, who is the major character, और प्रोटैगोनिस्ट मुख्य पात्र जुन छ यसको यो कुंवर सिंह, यसले चाहिँ यो स्टोरी जिम कॉर्बेट लाई चाहिँ सुनाउँदैछ. It's an incident. And he is alarming, he is warning Jim Corbett that if you are a gunner, if you are going for prey in the forest, you must have the knowledge of climbing the trees. So, learn how to climb trees is the caption of your chapter. Actually, what happens that Kumar Singh says an incident to Jim Corbett, that what happened once when Kumar Singh and his friend Harsi was once caught by a man-eater tiger in the forests of Garhwal, India. He says that why it is important to learn to climb the trees before you visit the forest, before you go for shooting. The story is related to that incident. What actually happens that Kumar Singh and Harsi had gone in a very dense forest in Garhwal for shooting. They were professional shooters. Kumar Singh had rescued many of the people from the man-eater tigers in that area. The problem was that Kumar Singh was a good shoot and he was able to climb the trees very well. But his friend Harsi was actually hadn't learned how to climb the trees. So while they were inside the dense forest, they heard a roar of the tiger somewhere nearby. And while crossing through the dense bushes, both of them encountered a dangerous man-eater tiger exactly in front of them. Kuwar Singh was not frightened, not hesitated, but Har was little bit nervous. They tackled, they made an eye contact with the tiger, and after a few minutes, the tiger returned back without harming them. Again, they were on their way, and Kuwar Singh was talking to Har Singh that if you are in the dense forest, it's quite important that whether you can run in the dense forest, whether you are able to climb trees or not, because you never know what is going to happen in this forest with plenty of wild animals. So again, after few minutes, they heard the crowing of foxes and birds chirping around there. After just few seconds, the same tiger again come in front of them, and it was actually in a position to attack both of them, Kuwar Singh and Har Singh. So there were nearby trees. Kuwar Singh hurriedly ran and jumped into the tree because he was a good climber as well. On the contrary, Har Singh was not able to climb the trees. Any tree. He was actually not a climber. And he was attacked by the tiger nearby. At seeing his friend in the danger, Kuwar Singh fired his gun, but it was just a air fire, and that loud sound of the gun made the tiger run away by making his friend wounded. At the meantime, when tiger ran away, Kuwar Singh climbed down of the trees and saw his friend Har Singh in a very wounded, unconscious position. Hurriedly he put out his some clothes. There is a word turban, pagri, turban, which actually Sikhs generally in the India put upon their head. So, with the help of that turban, Kuwar Singh made the wound of his friend Har Singh bound, and he rushed towards the village carrying him upon his shoulder. Finally, they get into the village to a doctor who was not actually well equipped with the instruments at the midnight. So they anyhow managed to fill up the wound with the medicinal plants, and Har Singh was little bit conscious of his unconscious state. And finally, Har Singh and Kuwar Singh got back to their village, and everyone was surprised that how they actually came out of the mouth of the draft, that man-eater trigon, because everyone in the village was aware of that fact, that danger. Finally, the story ends with the lesson that while doing adventurous work, because you know that we are talking about the main issue adventure, praying or suitman are especially supposed to be a good climber. And that is what the young Jim Corbett, who is a newcomer in the profession, in the suit profession, is being aware by the person that before going towards the forest, it's very essential that whether you are a good climber or not. Can you climb the trees or not? So this is all about the chapter, the story, the adventurous story actually, learn how to climb the trees. We have few exercises, few questions regarding this chapter. I hope you see the exercises and do it at your home. Okay, thank you.